What were some of your takeaways from it, and what were some of the standouts to you?
Good question. So going into it, my objective, and I expressed that to the team, is I want to focus on seeing can guys get lined up, be assignment sound, technique sound, play with great effort, and then just have fun playing football. And as football players, we practice so much, and you only get 17 opportunities throughout the course of the year. So I wanted to see some joy out on the practice field, some great energy. Takeaways that I took, we made Jay Woolfolk live, and he's electric. Man, he was hard to tackle. Still has to grow as a quarterback, but in terms of a dynamic athlete with the ball in his hand, that was good to see. It was good to see that we were able to run the ball a little bit from an offensive side, and then now I'm a head coach, so I got both sides. The other flip side is, we didn't stop the run like we've been doing in practice, and so it was kind of, the tale of two different groups all throughout. Camp so far, defense has had the energy and kind of set the tempo. Today, offense came out and set the tempo, which kind of surprised me because we're still banged up on the offensive line. Didn't have all of our top guys going, so that was a positive on the offensive side. But also a positive too. I get to challenge the defense a little bit more about setting the tempo. Camper continues to just be steady. Man, he might not make the play, but he's influencing the play, and he's flushing the quarterback so somebody else can make the play. Ben Smiley continues to make plays. I continue to see him. It was good to see Lavelle, make some down the field plays. So there's a lot of positive. Going to be a lot of things to clean up. But for me today, first scrimmage was just getting back in a game environment, managing the sideline for the coaches, substitutions, and then we'll watch the film to see what details we need to clean up.
For the part we were at, Mike Hollins seemed to be energized today. What did you see from Mike today?
He must have knew y'all were there, and then after y'all left, he decided. But Mike's a guy, and I'm gonna continue to press on him hard because he's very talented, and he's got some habits that he needs to break. He'll run hard and look the way you want him to look one play, and then the next play he'll cut too deep in the backfield, dance in the hole when he shouldn't. So still, part of that is experience. He's got to have more experience in our system and what we're trying to do. But he's got competition. Cody's running the ball hard. I tell you, Paris is having an outstanding camp. If I was to play today, Paris would be the guy that I'd run out there first. Just because of his consistency throughout camp and his feeling for what we're trying to do in the run game. And then the young buck, Xavier. Xavier's come in and surprised us all, being that he was a guy with his body type you would think be more of a scat type of back. But, man, he'll slam it up there with his 185 pounds. So there's competition. So the energy that you're seeing in Mike is competition, and there's a lot of truth with those guys and transparency to help them get better.
How deep into the playbook do you think you really are right now at this point?
Dez has a lot in. Really challenge these guys, and that's what you do in fall camp, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You attempt to get your whole plan in, and then you'll pare it back as you get into your opponents. But what you want to do is you want to give them exposure to all of the components of your system, so that when you need them, you can pull from them, and it's not something foreign to them. And on the flip side, I think Rudd's got about 2 playbooks in with all the stuff that he's doing. Typical defensive coordinator, man. They come in, they throw everything at you. So it's been really good for all of our guys up front, because on the defensive side of the ball, there won't be anything that they'll see that'll overwhelm them and be new to them. It'll just be recognition, muscle memory, and execution.
Offensive line-wise, you said you're still a little banged up there,
Yeah.
but how would you describe the guys that are able to play?
Leach is really turned the corner for us, and he's gone from a guy that we were trying to get excited in the spring to play football to now he's asking Dez, hey, call the run to my side, coming off the sideline. So that's a big transformation for him. Hate that Josie was out today and Taylor's still out, and Divine's kind of a guy that he's battling some foot stuff, and nothing that's going to keep him off the field, but we got to be smart. He's already had 2 foot surgeries, and so it's really good for the young guys. Charlie is a guy, that I was really excited. We got to get him going. He's not performing as he did in the spring. Some of it's mental, just trying to be perfect. I got to get all these guys to stop worrying about making a mistake, just make a mistake going 100 miles an hour.
And Ty Furnish, at center, what
Yeah.
have you seen from his development?
his confidence is growing every single day. At that position, man, you gotta be like the quarterback. You gotta have a moxie to you, and you're starting to see that. You're starting to see him more comfortable with the communication, with his identifications, and from there, then he can allow his talent, because he's a very talented guy, not overly big, but he's very, very skilled, very, very technically sound. But when you're at the center position and you're responsible for getting all 5 guys going in the same direction, then you have to adjust for any variations of movement. Got the quarterback changing the snap count in the middle of the snap count. That's a lot on the center. So you're starting to see him become more comfortable, and as he's become more comfortable, he's become more productive.
Quarterback situation behind Brennan, how is that developing? You mentioned Jay today. How is that developing with some of those younger guys?
Yeah, all those guys, they gotta grow up fast. In fairness to a couple of them, they just got here. And you're putting in a system that requires a lot of the quarterback. So behind Jay, it's just kind of a group of guys that none of them been able to separate. But today it was good. We were able to put them in a blue jersey, let them feel a real rush, let them get tackled. So I'm excited to see the progress that they made. But right now, obviously Brennan, and then Jay would be the guy behind him, and then we'll figure it out as we get close to the game.
You said Jay was electric.
Electric.
What was electric?
Well, just when he pulls the ball down, you better watch out, because man, he can fly. He's got great change of direction, and you can just tell he's a natural playmaker with the ball in his hand. He's making guys miss, and then he's 200 pounds. So if he wants to drop his pads, he can drop his pads and run people over. But the biggest thing that surprised me, seeing it in a live situation without the orange jersey, was his speed and change of direction. Mm-hmm.
Have you have a timetable in mind for a place kicker for making a decision in terms of who's going to do your field goals, how you're going to split up kickoff, all that?
Once we get through next week, the second scrimmage, it'll be more situational stuff, give those guys a fair opportunity to kick in some live situations. We just got the pads on earlier this week, and we're still restricted with the amount of full contact that we can have. So today was good. We were able to get some kickoff work, some punt work, and then also some field goal extra point stuff. So it'll be good evaluation. But hopefully, as we get through next week, we start class the following Tuesday, and then we'll be in the Richmond prep after that. So hopefully by the end of the week, next week, we'll have some clarity on where we're going there.
You had one blocked. Any idea who got it?
Yeah, Chico got it. Chico was the one that got his hand in there. So we improved from the spring, because man, we seemed like we get one blocked every day, and that was my message at the end of practice, is to really challenge the guys to take pride in special teams. We're a triple braided cord. There's three units, and no unit needs to compensate for another unit. We all need to complement each other, and so today was good that I get to challenge all the guys on special teams to go be special and not just worry about playing on offense and defense.
Can Starling be a guy that helps you in the return?
Man, Demick can be a guy that helps us all the way around. I mean, the dude's fast. Like, he's really fast, and he's very, very quick. Just got to get him, going in the right direction. But definitely, he can be a guy. Trying to work him into being a punt returner. He's more comfortable catching kickoffs than he is punts. But we had a couple balls on the ground that we mishandled. And his biggest thing is he wants to make a play every play. And as a punt returner, you have to understand the game, when you want to take a chance, when you don't want to take a chance, and when you need to use your fair catch. And he's the kind of guy that he don't want to use a fair catch ever. So.
Did you see, just because Brennan being the veteran guy, did you see how much him being here helps kind of get this offense going a little bit quicker?
It's huge because everybody looks to him and the work that he's put in, and just how comfortable he's become in the system, and his ability to manage. He's learning to manage the game. Even saw him out there. I was proud of him adjusting some protection calls. And when a quarterback's adjusting protection calls, you can tell that he's feeling really comfortable with the system, because then now that means he's not thinking about what the play concept is. Now he's able to focus on the defense and know, per the play concept, where he's vulnerable, and get his offensive line and his backs all on the same page. So it's huge, and it just that creates a no sense of anxiousness with everybody else. They all can just be calm and free because they know they got their guy back there running the show.
It looked like Chico was working more with the ones.
Yeah, they mix that up. They mix that up every day, and that's how I like it, to be honest with you. To keep those guys hungry and competitive, and to be honest with you, you really want to have just a D-line that all of them could go in there and start and play for you. If you want to have success, you know, at the highest level, it's inside out. And so I like the fact that every day it's a different guy based off the previous day's performance. So it keeps those guys hungry. So you're starting to see that all those guys are showing flashes of improvement.
Did we ask you about Aiden Ryan at all since you've been here?
Yeah, that's his shoulder. You know, he got banged up again this week, so he didn't get as many reps. And really, it was the day that he got elevated to the first team. So he was out there first, and then he gets another shot on the shoulder, and nothing severe, but still, you know, he missed a little bit of time after that. So he's a guy that's trending in the right direction. And then, you know, I have to get the actual diagnosis on Cohen, but he went down in the scrimmage with an elbow. Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, but he got banged up a little bit. So, you know, we gotta find some guys at that safety spot to step up.
We'll take the last question from Jermaine. Coach Elliott, Coach Kitchens was put into the Coalition Academy. You took part in that academy yourself. Talk about how valuable was that for you and how you see it'll help Coach Kitchens.
You know, Coach Kitchens and I have known each other for a long time, and we've been a part of several different opportunities to grow. And I think the first thing to point out is that in this profession, you have to be intentional with your preparation and take part in many different opportunities to grow. And the coalition, you know, is for the guys that have kind of progressed through, you know, the first couple of steps and are close to transitioning. And Des has already been a coordinator in the ACC. He's called plays at NC State. Now he's here, so the next progression, he's even interviewed for head coaching jobs in the past. So it's important for me to encourage that and provide him opportunity, because for me, it gave me exposure and connection to ADs and administrators around the country. Whereas, you know, if you follow me at Clemson, I was always locked in, and very rarely did I take much time for myself to prepare. But Des is a guy that wants to eventually be in my seat, and I want to do everything that I can to help him. And the coalition is a great opportunity for him to network and to be put in front of the people that actually make the decisions. That's the tough part for any coordinator, regardless of what school you're at, is being able to get in front of the people that make the decisions, and they know who you are, what you're about, because when the process happens, it happens fast, and the more you can do on the front end, the more you feel confident and comfortable as a coordinator transitioning with the decision that you're about to make.